Thank you for coming to our school board meeting today. My name is Wanda Brownlee Page, and I'll be filling in for our president, Randy Lopez. And we're going to start with our board norms and protocols. We agree to respect differences of opinion in making decisions for the district, to follow the best practices in managing the superintendent and the management of the board itself, to stay on task when conducting business for the district, including while at board meetings, to never surprise the superintendent or each other when conducting official business of the district, to read these norms at the beginning of each board meeting and at board workshops as a reminder of how to conduct our meetings, to continually self-check to determine if we are following our norms when conducting district business. At this time, if there's anyone who needs a translator or some assistance, our people are in the back of the room, and if you'd raise their hand, they'll come and help you at this time. Okay, thank you. We'll have our roll call at this time, Ms. Downing.
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, present.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, present.
Randy Lopez.
Please help.
Robert Milan Jr. Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, present.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, present.
Dr. Nguyen.
Dr. Nguyen, present.
At this time, we ask for a motion to approve our agenda.
So moved.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second that our agenda be accepted. We now ask for a roll call from Ms. Downing.
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
And Dr. Nguyen.
Dr. Nguyen, yes.
Thank you. We're going to go to item 2, which is recognitions and awards. We'll ask for Mr. Simmons to come up. And as Mr. Lopez would say, this is the best time when we get to present our young people, acknowledge them, and let them and their families know that we appreciate what they do.
Thank you for that, VP Brownlee Page. Good afternoon, good evening, Vice President Brownlee Page, board member, Superintendent Dr. Stubblefield. Always a pleasure to be here, as Mrs. Brownlee Page just mentioned, to recognize our scholar athletes and some of their achievements. Here today, we have some of our spring state track and field all-state participants that we want to recognize, and we are going to jump right into that, starting with our scholars from Schlegel High School. We have 4 young ladies here. They qualified in the 4x1, freshman Cameron Burgess, sophomore Laura Newton, sophomore Lauren Newton, and senior Sanaya Sykes.
All right.
They are coached by head coach Reggie Jones. We also have Miss Sykes, who is a part of that 4x1 team, who also qualified in the 100-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles, placing 5th in the 300-meter hurdles and 10th in the 100-meter hurdles. She also broke the school record multiple times over the last 2 years as well.
All right.
From the Sumner Academy All-State track participants, we have long jumper Michael Knight, senior Michael Knight. We have junior Lucas Ratima.
Come on now.
We have hurdler junior Jeremiah Robinson. We have our 4x4 and 4x8 team, some of the same scholars on those teams. Junior Lucas Ratima, junior Antonio Olivas Vacara, freshman Parker Smith, senior Van Bowie, and alternates, we have Dwayne Smith and Keelan Sharp.
All right.
For our 4x8 team, our alternate here today is Alex Pittman. For our 300-meter hurdles, we have a freshman young lady who qualified, Maya Boykin.
Good job, Maya.
Sophomore high jumper, Layla Chambers. For the shot put, we have junior Jaslyn McKenzie.
All right.
And here today, who qualified multiple times for the state track meet, we have senior Zion Jackson. She qualified in both the shot put and she placed 5th in the discus this year.
All right.
For our 4x8 relay team, we have junior Angie Mensa, senior Emily Olivas Valara, senior Itzel Garcia Sandoval, and sophomore Natalia Rosario Mendoza. We also have with us for the 4x8 relay team, Michaela Perez Garcia,
Good job.
as well as Marisol Rosario Mendoza.
All right.
For the 4x100 relay team, we have sophomore Rhythm Wilson
Go Rhythm.
and sophomore Layla Chambers, freshman Zaya Party, junior KT Murrah, and Maya Boykin.
All right.
Some of our coaches that are here today for the Sumner Academy, we have head girls coach Charlize Wesson,
All right.
head coach for the boys is Jeff Wright, and we also have, for our distance coach, Juan Torrado Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to all of our all-state track and field participants.
That's right.
All right.
Congratulations.
In the gaps, y'all.
Good job.
Perfect. Congratulations, Scholar athletes.
Congratulations.
Seniors, good job. Looks so cute.
Again, we want to give our young people another round of applause. At this time, we're ready for our community comment. We just want to remind the public, if you have an issue or a concern, you need to check with Ms. Downing and make sure you call and set it up for you to be on the agenda by Monday by 12 o'clock. And we ask when you come up, would you state your name? And we'll make sure that you get signed in so that they can get back with you with the response. And we'll start with Ms. Sarah Lynch.
I'm actually not speaking today, but the person next to after me is.
Okay. And then we'll start with Ms. Louise Lynch.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Another heated evening in more ways than one. So I hope everyone is staying cool and safe. Today, I want, well, there are so many things to talk about. This is USD 500. But I mainly want to talk about, in response to the last board meeting, your attorney made some comments that were very concerning to me. And they were in regards to conflict of interest in that people have to basically police themselves and not necessarily recuse, that there wasn't any documentary issues of that. I find that incredibly false. There are various statutes and situations that are very serious in this organization today that are concerning. Yesterday, I filed with the Attorney General's office, with KSDE, and the IRS in regards to a lot of these. And they do all are in regards to conflict of interest. And so some of those are in regards to nepotism, in regards to KSA 721130, another one's in regards to the superintendent's dual role in her governance, and the intertwinement in the foundation that is spoken to in KSA 754301A, in regards to the mayor's ongoing conflicts in regards to this district and the foundation, and her prior position as executive director of the foundation, in regards to KSA 46215, in regards to the board members' public endorsement of such violations on social media, in regards to KSA 728205, in regards to the Finance Committee self-dealing, and that is KSA 754301A and 728205. Unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to go into detail. If you are on social media, there are some posts about it. I was prepared to go ahead and give Dawn Downing a copy of all the findings and all the intertwinings, and then I had to think about it. We don't have transparency here, we don't have accountability, and we don't have responsibility. If you like that information, I would be happy to come back in a public meeting so that the community is aware and can follow along, as well as educate this board as to what is going on and how it is in violation of several laws. And when we put false information on our IRS returns in regard to the foundation, especially knowing that they had ordered a reorganization that was done in 2022 and put out in 2023. Last meeting, it was stated that you all did it just because you thought it was a good thing to do. That is false.
Okay. I should have stopped you a little sooner. We went over.
So,
but-
okay, so
but-
if you want, I just want to say one last thing. If you
Okay.
want more, you know how to contact me.
Okay.
My email is give737@gmail.com. And if you want to look on social media, my team, T. Ruth, is putting out all of the explanations. Thank you.
Okay. So we can find that on your email address.
You bet.
Okay.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you so much.
And please don't share my phone number as it's been done before.
Okay.
That was also a violation, but thank you.
Okay. Well noted. And again, if anyone wants to make a comment, make sure you call Ms. Downing by Monday before 12 o'clock, and she'll definitely put you on the agenda, because we want to hear from the community, we want to hear concerns, and hopefully we can all work together to make things better. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. And now we're going to go to our board discussion for finance.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Page. Ms. Robinson is going to come. Board, first, thank you for your patience. And as Ms. Robinson is preparing to come, we recognize that we uploaded the department budgets that have been adjusted today, and it's not all of them, but it's majority of them. And then we also uploaded the school building budgets. And we know you haven't had time to review it, but Ms. Robinson she's just going to give an overview, and then we can answer any questions to the best of our ability or get the information back to you. I also just want to note that if Ms. Downey hasn't done so, she did send out she did or will send out some possible dates for an additional budget meeting. That will give you time to look at the information that we just added today. And I do want to publicly thank Ms. Robinson, Ms. Mansfield, and that team. If you recall, they transitioned in January, so they have been playing catch-up, and I think they're getting close, but I appreciate all of the work that they have been doing, because we did get requests to do a couple of audits that we typically do not do, and they met those deadlines while also balancing all of this. So I just want to say thank you to them for all the things that they've been doing to get the information.
Thank you.
Ms. Robinson, whenever you're ready. She is adjusting something. So, is it not on there?
Not on there.
Okay.
Let me get it to them in just a second here.
They're gonna share it. So we didn't get the presentation uploaded on it's there, but it's,
It isn't here.
okay.
Okay.
Ms. Downey's gonna send it to someone now to add it. While we're waiting, any initial questions, clarification while she's waiting to pull that up?
Dr. Nguyen.
Dr. Nguyen.
Thank you. So is the financial decision-making framework ready to go?
If you all are,
You've already accepted it, so,
right, so what is there, then I would, we were trying to make it electronic, so it's not electronic yet. And Mr. Carell and I were going to get together in whatever system that we are using, either for contracts or that sort of thing, so that you all would have an opportunity to do it. But no, it is not electronic yet. Yeah.
okay, so we use it manually then?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well, good evening to Vice President Brownlee Page and our board members and Dr. Stubblefield. They're bringing it up now. Thank you so much. The budget presentation revised. Okay.
She has it up there now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't know. Okay. Okay.
Out of our slide deck, there were a couple of changes made. Here, to our anticipated expenses. One, we actually removed the KCKPS college piece for 180. Oh. Is that better? In that they are delaying that program, but however, at the bottom, I did come back in and add some transportation cost in that spot for $617,000. It moved on me again. And that includes some gas and fuel and repairs and maintenance and parts and cleaning, the general operations for transportation for unanticipated costs, well, anticipated costs that may increase,
Okay.
that we had not looked at before. And that brought a new total to $10,976,573.11. And I just wanted to bring that to your attention. As the superintendent has shared, we have been meeting with we met with all the schools and all the departments, well, not all of them, but have been meeting with the departments. I think we have about 9 more remaining to meet with to review the budget pieces. And we have been able to provide you the PDFs and uploads today. So I'll give you an opportunity to begin to review those in this process. We're hoping that you all will be able to provide us some guidance in terms of where you might want to go in regard to salaries or other expenses and concerns about cuts and budgets and so forth as you review the budgets that you see within the next week or so before our next board meeting.
Before we leave that, could I ask a question?
Yes.
So the fifth item, speaking, addressing,
on this sheet.
making up sped. Still
Okay.
here on page 18, yeah. The percentage the state is not covering, making up for the gap and reduce sped funding. Okay, so help me identify this 3.37 million, correct?
Yes.
Will bring us up to what percentage?
That would be at 65%, sorry.
This will
Yes.
bring us to 65%?
Yes.
Okay,
Because that is what we were looking at the gap of, they actually were at 62.
okay,
And the discussion was to bring it up to 65.
okay, okay. So then does this become our new maintenance of effort?
Well, and that is what I'm waiting on. I spoke to Helen Swanson at KSDE yesterday, and they are still working on that, to be able to provide us what our total will be for our maintenance of effort. And unfortunately, that's a consideration we do need to keep in mind, because as the costs increase within the SPED program, we do have to maintain that level of expenditure with our students.
Right. So I guess my question to you, and maybe Mr. Goheen, is our maintenance of effort, how is our maintenance of effort determined? That's the easiest question.
Well, part of the maintenance of effort is determined by the level of support that we actually give, our
Okay.
budget in and of itself.
Okay. And then, I guess what I'm saying, and it's
looking-
based on last year's?
Yes,
Okay.
and looking at the exceptions that are allowable, meaning that if we did not hire enough teachers or somebody resigned and they weren't replaced with the same, or if they were replaced with the same or lower in the next year, we can consider them as exceptions, and that would lower that expenditure.
Okay. And I'm not trying to game the system. I'm trying to figure out if we maintain the maintenance of effort. I guess my question is, what is wiser, to maintain the maintenance we had previously, or to create a newer one, which would be higher? And that then will lock in where we're moving forward. You can never go back.
Yeah, if we go higher, you can't go back from that either, so.
Yeah.
It is wise for us to actually wait for the state, and we should
Okay.
receive that information, I think, within the next week.
And realizing there's a need. There's a
Yes.
need that is
Yes.
much higher.
Yes, in the
Always.
process, for our SPED programming, we see that there are increased IEPs that are being introduced, and that comes along with the types of services that have
And
to be
services are always,
rendered.
the
Yes.
cost of services always increase, and we're in a metro
Yes.
area, so they're not going to be decreased.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, putting, that's a given, that's baseline. Did you have a comment?
No, I agree with her.
Okay. So I guess my question is, what's the wise, just wait and see? Is that what we're doing?
I would recommend that we wait to see what the response is from the state,
Okay.
and then move forward from there to see how this can fit within the scope of our entire budget.
And is our maintenance of effort determined by our spending or state spending?
Our spending.
Our spending, okay, thank you.
Yep. And just for clarification, for those who are following along, the number that we have there is an estimate, so if the state comes back and what we thought it would be, that number can go up, and if it's lower, it can go down.
Yes.
So Ms. Robinson's team just looks at what the cost was, what the difference is, and then they place that there as a placeholder. In the past, we have not put sped on there, and then, but on the backside, we had to backfill.
backfill, yeah.
So we're just trying to be more mindful and put those costs out there so that people know and aware that the gap in sped.
And I guess that's what I'm asking,
yes.
is it wise to put the number higher on the front end, or, because that establishes a new maintenance of effort, a higher maintenance of effort, or to secure funding on the back end so that you will have to, you're always going to have to backfill.
Right.
Because they never do 92%. So I'm just
So
putting it out there for us
that,
to.
honestly, that's why once she has that number, we'll adjust this number. That's the
Yeah.
estimate. So we don't get to decide, like, what the state will send us our MOE, and that is, it. Like, we, in our budgeting and planning for everything from what the like, we didn't find out the reimbursement amount for this school year that we're wrapping up until about last week. Like, they send it, but like, so we use the numbers from the prior year, and then we make the adjustments. So I can remember a couple of years ago, we got back like $30,000. This year was like $28,000. So if we were planning for a $30,000 reimbursement, it was $2,000 less per position. So we're constantly operating in estimates until they give us. And I understand your question, but what I am saying is that number up there, whether we put it or not, Ms. Robinson and her team have to have a placeholder for an estimate, and then once the state tells us, that's the number. And we don't, like with enrollment, when they used to do it, you can be like, well, we're going to take the last 3 higher years and not this year. We don't get that option for maintenance of effort. They just tell us.
I understand, and I apologize, maybe I'm not making it clear, but it
I
is.
understand, plan ahead,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yes.
Planning ahead, I
consider for the
understand
worst.
that, but we don't want to put our own selves in a trick bag when
Yes.
we could put that number to 10 million.
Yeah.
And you may be able to reach the service level, but that's okay.
And
We can have
are-
that conversation.
And nonetheless,
Again.
we need to look at our budget overall, because right now, the estimated general fund will be at $188 million
Okay.
for the letter that they have sent us thus far. And so when we look back at that, SPED is usually around 26 million and has been close around that piece. So not knowing how much that will be, and as you say, even though it's 26 million, we don't get 26 million
Right.
to spend. So we have to supplement the SPED budget to the tune anywhere as low as $15 million and up.
Right.
So,
And every year we get a
Yes,
piece
we
of
have.
paper that says you had to backfill 23 million. So
Yeah.
I understand clearly
Yeah.
the dilemma and the lack of funds. I was just saying, as we have the ability with some leeway, but thank you. and we can have this discussion all year long.
Yeah, it's just wanting us to be mindful of the variable costs
Yeah.
that happen, so. I apologize.
This is pleasant. This is very calming.
That's my check alarm to see what else do we have left to get done today in a normal workday. Okay. Are there any other questions regarding the budget? Because I know we haven't presented actual dollars in its entirety yet. So something that for us to consider to bring back to you next time? Anything? Okay.
I don't have a question, Ms. Robinson, because I don't feel like I have all the information. Not your fault. I'm just saying, we're all trying to pull it together. And I think what we need to do, because some dates are being sent out, is to pick a date, and then we need to get back together to go over this.
Okay.
Because we're not trying to put you in a bad spot. We're just trying to make sure we have all the information.
No,
And-
timing is very
yeah.
critical. I
Yeah.
appreciate you considering that. Nonetheless, every year after year after year, the board is down to the crunch of responding.
Yeah.
And our team has really considered taking on a different timeline approach to all of this for next year. And some of the
Thank you.
considerations that we are looking at right now in terms of salaries, separating that from the discretionary budget elements and things like that, so. And so we can really try to right-size the district.
Ms. Clark, have any questions?
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ms. Robinson, I'm
Yes.
just going to ask you, for the public, can you remind them or share with everyone on June 23rd, the timeline, because there is a timeline that we don't dictate the statute and laws and like the notices that we have to put in. There are certain things that have to be made within a certain time frame, and next meeting, the board will have to make a motion on the initial point, so I just didn't want anybody to be caught off guard, especially for our new board members.
The slide I have pulled up is our budget timeline. And for our next meeting scheduled for June 23rd, 2026, the board will be faced with the approval to exceed revenue neutral mill rate. And that actually needs to take place. And then from that, we would do that approval in a publication. And following that, in July 17th, we'll have to notify the county clerk of an intent to exceed revenue neutral rate and then follow up with a public hearing of notice regarding that. And then we follow up in July where they have to do the county clerk notifies the individual payers of the tax levy associated with that. And we have 10-day publication notice period that needs to occur. And then the revenue neutral and budget hearing and adoption will happen at our August 11th, 2026 board meeting. And so then we have to submit to the state by September 18th.
And just for clarification, because for like new people and people who are looking, on June 23rd, the board will either vote with the intent to exceed or not to, but even if they vote with the intent to exceed, they still can, at the August 11
Yes.
meeting, say they do not want to exceed. But if on the 23rd, they don't say the intent to exceed, they can't reverse the decision.
You can't reverse that,
So
absolutely.
in order to answer all questions, get timeline, get feedback, the administration typically has recommended that the board votes with the intent to exceed, and then they can make the final decision in August, but it is left up to the board. So That's why sometimes people feel like it's happening twice, because historically, this board has voted with the intent and then made the decision in August. But you can't go back if you don't say you have the intent.
Yeah, it provides the board a little bit more timeline to look at the budget. But if it is decided on June 23rd not to exceed, then we immediately would have to go back and reduce based on the lack of funding that we potentially could have received. So,
One question.
Yes.
So if that occurs, what is the amount? Does the budget remain as it was 24, 25?
not for LOB. We would lose some of that funding.
And what percentage do you lose? Well,
LOB,
maybe not to ask you that, but how then, what can you say based on what you just said? How do you,
easily we would lose $8 million,
okay.
for sure. Okay. So if not, the LOB in and of itself is 66% of our general funding, which those are the considerations that we have to look at.
And that 8 million is based on what? LOB is a local option budget. What
Yeah.
percentage are you, I mean, it is computed at 33% of the
Yes.
overall budget.
Over,
So if
overall,
you
correct.
don't exceed that, how are you computing 8 million?
That was based on history of what we knew before. I haven't calculated a new one.
Okay, so
Yes.
we can have that discussion.
Yes.
So Mrs. Brownlee Page, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that we can consider maybe 2 days, not 5-hour days, but maybe 3-hour days instead of just next week, to have those kind of discussions.
Okay.
But that's not a motion, that's just a consideration, so.
Thank you. And we'll get with Mr. Lopez and Ms. Downing. I haven't had a chance to see what she sent out.
Right.
And then we can send it to everyone, and then you let us know, and we'll go from there to make sure everybody's
We,
aware.
of course, have to have that discussion with the board.
Okay.
So as you review the budgets, you can let us know, or superintendent, to direct to our attention any questions you might have for us to address.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson. Okay. We're ready for our consent agenda. We need a motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I have one I would like to set aside. That would be K.
Okay. Any other set-asides? We need a motion to approve everything except for item K.
I move that we accept the consent agenda with the exception of item K.
Second.
It's been moved that we accept the consent agenda with the exception of item K. It's been moved and properly second. Questions? If none, Ms. Downing, can we have a roll call, please?
Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark,
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks,
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Twin, yes.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Pam Penn Hicks, item K.
I would just like to get some more information about the MOU agreement with CHWC and the land swap. I saw that we, the board, prior to the new members coming on, had agreed to an MOU without the participation of CHWC in the process. And then they later looked at the MOU and made some revisions. And one of the revisions, and I don't know what was different about what they got and what we currently have, but the MOU specifically asks for the district to tear down the auditorium and the modular buildings located at Central Middle School. And I wanted to know if that adds to our expense for that particular, to build the new school. Does that add to our expense, that they want us to take on the expense of demolishing the portions that they have agreed to in their in the MOU? What the cost would be? Thank you, that's who I was looking for.
Okay, the short answer is yes, it does add to the cost. We've gotten some estimates to tear down that auditorium, which were very good. There is a major benefit to the district, and we've done this before, just so you know, years ago when we built McKinley. We did the same process where they had some land. We swapped that land for the McKinley building. We tore down the McKinley building at the end of the process, so they got vacant land ready for them to build, which they've now built out with houses. So the benefit to the district, we will take down that auditorium. They don't need or want that. And that provides a spot for us to build, hopefully, if we can make it work out in the budget, the bond budget. This will all be paid for through the bond. A road access between the two buildings that will help with that traffic pattern. If you've ever been around Whittier Elementary School at drop-off or pickup, it's kind of a mess. So the benefit to the district is we'll be able to improve those traffic patterns around the school to make that situation better.
During the construction process, or during, because we won't be tearing that down, and we'll tear it down this year.
No.
But
No, we won't tear it down until after the new building is built, which will be 2028 when we'll move over to the new building. So once we get that building done, then we'll go in, we'll tear that down and get that Central Middle School ready to transfer over. So it's actually a purchase agreement. So there's two closings. The first will be the closing for their land, so we can start building here hopefully in about a month. And then the second closing will occur on or about August 1st, 2028.
So what is the cost of that?
Of tearing down? If I remember correctly, I want to say the cost was about $178,000.
And all of it coming out of the bond?
It's all bond.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing.
And just so that I'm clear, or others may be clear, where we're tearing it down, that's still our land, or is that theirs?
The
Where the
point
auditor-
of demarcation, it's about 50-50 really. There's kind of
Okay.
a part, there'll be some that winds up on their portion,
But-
and then the rest will be in ours, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to clarify that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions about K? If none, can we get a motion?
I move that we accept K.
A motion has been made to accept K. It needs to be second.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we accept letter K. Are there any other questions? If none, Ms. Downing?
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
And Dr. Nguyen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we'll proceed to board updates and approvals. So I just, okay. We'll start. Okay. These are ready to be approved, so we'll start with letter A, the bid for produce vendors for 26-27 and produce vendors for 26-27. If we can get a motion for that, please.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the bid for our produce vendors. Are there any questions? If none, we're ready, Ms. Downing.
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
And Dr. Nguyen.
Yes.
Thank you. Now we'll proceed to item B under 6, Safe and Secure School Grant. We need a motion to accept that.
So moved.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. Questions? If none, we're ready, Ms. Downing.
Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark,
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks,
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joyce Lynn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Doing yes.
Thank you so much. Now we'll move to item C, the bid for cell phone storage systems. We need a motion to accept that.
So moved.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions at this time?
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. No, I was just going to say it's been moved and properly second. We asked for question, Ms. Downing. You're so efficient. Thank you.
Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark,
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks,
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joyce Lynn Strickland Egan's, yes.
Dr. Nguyen.
Doing yes.
Thank you so much. Now we'll proceed to item 7, which is new business. This is for information. And if you have questions, if you want to give it now, or you can come back later, send your questions in to Dr. Stubblefield or to the necessary parties. We have Justice Assistance Grant. We have B, our conscious discipline. And C, our strategic plan, 2026 to 31. Again, if you have questions later on, this is just for information. You can come back later on with that.
Well, I have a question. So how many schools have JAG, for lack of a better word, chapters? Is that a right word to use? Chapters?
Yeah, so JAG-K is different from,
This is
this is a grant, I'm sorry, this is a grant for the
AEDs?
police department. So it's the Justice Assistant Grant.
Okay.
But just to answer your question, we have JAG-K at all of our secondary schools and Carl B. Bruce. So it's at all, all of our high schools and Carl B. Bruce.
So these are for AEDs in the vehicles?
Yes.
Okay. Should have read it. Thank you.
Any other questions? If none, now we'll have a board report from Kids Zone.
Thank you. Ms. Chauvin will come forward.
Good evening, Superintendent Stubblefield, Vice President Brownlee Page, board members. Thank you guys for the opportunity to share information about the Kids Zone before and after school program this evening. And to just start, a fun fact about Kids Zone is the logo is a student-created logo from a design competition.
It's so cute.
Yes. And my name is Tracy Chauvin, the Director of Student Support Programs, and although I am the one here presenting this evening, the success of Kids Zone is driven by the leadership and commitment of Michelle Wortham and Vanessa Mora, and I am grateful for their work and the partnership in serving students and families. Kids Zone provides a safe, supportive environment where students are engaged in meaningful opportunities that promote academic achievement, social-emotional growth, and positive youth development. Through structured enrichment activities and caring relationships with trusted adults, students receive additional academic support while developing essential social-emotional character development skills. To support families and ensure students have access to consistent learning and enrichment opportunities, Kids Zone operates daily in both the AM and the PM, and then additionally from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on teacher non-duty days, which are family advocacy days, spring break, and when elementary summer learning occurs, such as right now. All Kids Zone sites are licensed and regulated through the Unified Government of Wyandotte County Health Department and the Kansas Department for Children and Families. Annual compliance visits ensure staff training, safety standards, and required documentation remain current and in full compliance. Over the past 4 years, Kids Zone enrollment has experienced growth, increasing by approximately 50 students annually. This continued growth demonstrates the values that our families place on high-quality, out-of-school time programming that extends learning beyond the school day while fostering belonging, resilience, and student success. Our 2025-26 year at a glance. KidZone celebrated its 29th year of service during this school year, supporting 668 students and serving approximately 593,000 hours of academic support, enrichment, and social-emotional learning opportunities for students. As KidZone looks ahead to the 2026-27 school year, we're excited to celebrate 30 years of impact and partnership and service to our students and families of KCKPS.
Excellent.
KidZone operates across 9 elementary sites. Transportation is provided to and from students' home schools as needed, further supporting that consistent access to this safe, high-quality before and after-school care. Of these 9 sites, 5 are supported through 21st Century Community Learning Center grants, while the remaining sites are sustained through a combination of parent fees, DCF childcare subsidies for families who qualify, and general funds. Scholarships are available for families needing financial support, and McKinney-Vento students receive 100% financial assistance to ensure full and uninterrupted access to school. Together, these supports ensure that KidZone remains accessible to all students and families, regardless of financial circumstance, reinforcing our commitment to equitable opportunity and student success. The KidZone program is supported by a dedicated team of more than 70 staff members that's comprised of retired educators, community members, high school juniors and seniors, and current USD 500 employees. This diverse staffing model strengthens the program by bringing together a wide range of experiences, perspectives, and mentorship opportunities for our students. All staff members complete required background checks every 5 years. In addition, staff participate in a minimum of 16 hours of annual professional development focused on child development, youth engagement, and social-emotional learning. This intentional focus on training and professional growth ensures that KidZone staff are well prepared to provide safe, supportive, and developmentally responsive programming for our students. KidZone provides structured academic and social-emotional support through a combination of educator-informed practices, evidence-based curricula, and enrichment programming. Academic support is guided by teacher input collected through structured feedback forms, online academic resources, scholastic educational solutions, our second step social-emotional learning curriculum, and teacher-created materials. Together, these resources ensure that alignment with classroom instruction is happening while reinforcing key academic and behavioral skills. In addition to academic support, KidZone does partner with a variety of community organizations to provide whole child enrichment experiences that build decision-making, teamwork, character development, and social-emotional competencies through recreation, STEM, and fine arts opportunities. Key partnerships include our K-State Research and Extension, 4-H. They provide programming focused on healthy lifestyles, developing well-rounded active citizens through their 4-H framework of head, heart, hands, and health. The Kansas City, Kansas Public Library, they support literacy development by rotating new books into our KidZone sites, which increase student access to reading materials beyond our home and schools. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Kansas City, they provide opportunities for our students to participate in organized sports, promoting teamwork, physical activity, positive peer relationships. These partnerships, combined with intentional academic and SEL supports, ensure that KidZone provides a comprehensive model that supports the whole child, academically, socially, and emotionally. Family engagement remains a key component of the KidZone program and our commitment to supporting the whole child. Parents receive monthly SMORE newsletters that highlight student activities, upcoming events, community resources, and program updates. We hold quarterly parent nights, providing opportunities for families to connect with the staff, participate in activities, and learn about resources that support their student success. Parents have a voice in the program through planning and decision-making through the parent representation on site council. And there's also an annual parent survey, which is conducted to gather feedback, assess family satisfaction, and identify opportunities for program improvement. KidZone values parents as partners and intentionally creates multiple opportunities throughout the year for communication, engagement, and feedback. When asked what the most favorable result of their child's participation, parents responded with the following shown. The biggest themes being that parents value knowing that their children are engaged in meaningful activities, receiving academic support, and building positive relationships with caring adults while they work. KidZone not only supports student growth and development, it helps families maintain stability by providing dependable, high-quality care beyond the school day. So KidZone is more than before and after-school care. It is a place where our students feel safe, supported, connected, and learning beyond the school day occurs. It is a partnership that strengthens our schools by investing in the academic and social-emotional development and success of every child that we serve. As we head into our 30th year, KidZone has helped create opportunities for our students to thrive, and we look forward to continuing that impact for years to come. What questions might you have about KidZone?
Sure. Well, thank you.
Dr. Witt said, sure.
When you get a chance, could we see a couple of those monthly newsletters?
Yeah, definitely.
And how long have you been taking the annual survey?
How long have you taken the annual survey, Ms. Michelle? 18 years.
So have you archived those 18 years of surveys? No. How about the last couple years?
Yes.
Okay.
Most
so-
definitely, yes.
Right, right. So
Yeah.
maybe a couple of newsletters and a couple of surveys?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I appreciate your report, and I have to say, I love KidZone. And just because I know that parents really rely on that structure before and after school. And I do appreciate the scholarships that are there for students families that could not otherwise afford it. But I know you didn't say anything about snacks, and I do know they have snacks.
They do have
That's one of the
snacks.
reasons why kids like to go, because they do have snacks.
do
I
have
don't know how
snacks.
they're funded, but they do have snacks.
They do have snacks.
But is there any correlation between the student's academic life and kind of that data that Dr. Nguyen? I'm thinking about us trying to improve our scores in literacy especially.
Our parents do give us feedback on the academic components as well, and we can provide that from those surveys. And then we do ask through those teacher surveys, we do get input from the teachers on what we should be targeting during KidZone for our students. So we have a formal form that teachers can fill out for each KidZone student, asking during our academic component time, when they're focusing on math, when they're focusing on ELA, what is it you would like us to be targeting? What is it you would like? So we do try to make it as specific as possible for each student, yes.
Yes, yes, and I would make sure we put that in the slideshow, just because it's key when we're talking about academics.
Thank you for that feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to personally thank you all for being here tonight. I have been able to personally watch KidZone as a parent that had students that attended, and so understanding the impact of KidZone for families. And then you mentioned having our students be hired through KidZone as well, which for a lot of students, and I've been able to watch and witness that as well, has been really important. So I felt like it was really important just for us to understand and see KidZone. I think you're a hidden jewel, and we don't talk about you as much. And so hearing the 30 years and just how you represent, and you're an extension to our school day, I applaud you and I thank you for being here.
Thank you. We also didn't mention, and I probably should have, we also have high schoolers who volunteer. So we have not only high school employees, but also high school volunteers.
It's very cool.
Yep.
I applaud it. As a parent who had to scramble for childcare back in the day, this is a blessing, I'm sure, for many parents, and then to have the enrichment portion of it as well. And it gives our children another opportunity to practice and to learn.
Yes.
So we applaud your time and your work. Thank you.
And I keep pointing back there because that's Ms. Wortham and Ms. Mora. That is our coordinator and our program manager of KidZone. Yes.
I have one question, and again, I thank you all, because this is important. Our kids need help. Is it possible to expand it more?
We did just expand from 7 sites to 9 sites within
Okay.
the last three years. So we have expanded within the last 3 years.
Okay. Well, I'd like to see you expand it
I know,
even
Ms. Brownlee
more.
Page, we do it. We're doing what we can with
Yeah.
what we got, staffing-wise and capacity-wise. I will say that. But we are continuing to just constantly look at what the need is and where we can fulfill that need. We do constantly analyze that. You are correct when we're looking at those numbers.
Okay.
And that is how we went from 7 sites to 9 sites within the last 3 years.
Okay. And again, thank you. I know sometimes we're criticized for not saying thank you enough, but we do appreciate what you do, everybody. And we just want to make it better.
Yes.
So please bear with us. We want it to be better. You've done a phenomenal job. And I want to say this while she's up here. Thank you all for the trauma-centered professional development program that we had this past Friday. It was excellent. And it would be nice to see more of our staff participate. And we got to brainstorm and figure out how do we get the people out, because they have phenomenal speakers, and it's just a beautiful program. And every year, I think I've been the last 3 or 4. You've done a great
They
job.
also help plan it. Kids
right.
Zone is more than Kids Zone. They help
Yeah.
plan it. They are there working
Yeah.
it. Yes, yes.
That's what she wanted to say.
It is a
So,
team effort. Thank you
thank
for
you
that.
so much.
Thank you guys for all this
Appreciate that.
feedback. Thank you for the
So
thoughtful
is there a
questions.
waiting list? Do you have a waiting list?
Say that one more time
Do you
for
have
me.
a waiting
For
list?
Kids Zone?
Correct.
It depends on the site. It does depend on the site.
Okay, so have you narrowed it down to not so much cost per kid, but what kind of expansion funds? Have you narrowed it? Maybe look at that and,
Yes.
and think about it, and what would it cost to expand? I'm sure you have it, or I don't tip of your tongue.
We have an idea of how much it would cost to expand. It also depends on our grant funding and those 21st Century grants and how much we could afford to put into it from general funds and that type of thing. But yes, we do have an idea of how much it would cost to expand.
Okay.
And whether or not we could also hire the number of staff we would need to expand into another location. Because staffing and the ability to hire the number of staff we would need to be within a compliance ratio also.
Everything's contingent on everything, but are there any areas of our district that you see a gap? That may be a yes/no question, but just the thought of expansion into areas where there is a gap. Okay, thank you. Maybe by next week?
We'll add it with, yes, we'll put it with the newsletters and a summary.
Well, no,
a
I'm
few
talking about
years worth of-
expansion costs.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking budget
Yeah.
next week, so maybe we can,
I'll ask Lisa, talking about budget.
yes,
Okay.
everything takes,
Everything takes money. I love it.
thank you.
You got it. Any other questions or wonderings? Thank you guys for all this thoughtful feedback. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move to item 9, which is our board policy, and Mr. Goheen.
So we have a couple of policies up for first read tonight, and then a couple that are just on here for review by the board as opposed to an actual change or adoption at this point. The first policy we have up is Board Policy BCBG. This is on the voting method, and you'll recall at the last meeting, there was some discussion about this policy and some direction to change the wording where board members shall disclose conflict of interest or declare a conflict of interest in a particular issue, rather than, I believe it previously said may, as you can see from the marked up version. So that's the proposed language change, to change it from a member may to a member shall declare a conflict of interest. And that one is ready for first read approval by the board.
There's a question, Ms. Pam Penhicks.
Mr. Goheen, I think it would be educational for all of us to have a definition, the statute, of what conflict of interest actually consists of, so people can know when they may already, but just to have that legal definition identified as well for the board, so we can make sure we stay in compliance.
So we could try to add, so there's no statutory definition of a conflict of interest, because, I mean, there just isn't one in Kansas that applies specifically to the board. Conflicts of interest are determined based upon things that are determined primarily by an ethics commission or by a court. That are typically decided after the fact. Typical types of conflicts of interest include having a personal or financial interest in a motion or decision that's being made by the board, or where you have a relative that has a similar type of nature. A lot of times you'll see definitions for conflicts of interest that are set forth in grant proposals that the district participates in, as well as other things like competitive bidding, things of that nature. But there's no like one-size-fits-all definition for a conflict of interest under Kansas law.
That we do have a general framework of why.
We do have a general framework, yes. And so if that's something that the board wanted to try to encapsulate as an example or something like that, we could try to come up with some language to include in here. The difficulty is it is very case or situationally dependent, unfortunately.
So is that possible to get something for an example? I
Yeah,
understand what you just said. but-
yes, I could
Okay.
try to craft some language that would give you some examples or some indications of things that might constitute a conflict of interest. But I can't give you like the hard definition, nor can I give you something that this is the totality of all possible conflicts of interest.
Okay.
And I could do that on the second read, but I can't do that as I sit here tonight.
Any other questions for A?
Have a what?
I said, any other questions for A?
I just have a comment, Mr. Goheen. The way it's written, and I know what the intent is, but the way it's written, any member shall declare a conflict of interest in a particular issue, meaning a global definition of any member could imply that I can declare a conflict of interest on somebody else. And is that our intent?
I don't think that it is. In fairness, the KSB, this is a model, one of their policies, but I agree with your reading of it, that could be implied to suggest that any member would disclose or declare a conflict of interest on a particular issue without regard to whether it's that member's conflict or a perceived conflict by another member.
So
I think it should be
just need-
clarified,
yeah,
but I don't know
the
which,
intent of
but I don't know
the
which
board.
direction the board wants to go on that.
And that's why I'm throwing it out there in the middle,
Yeah.
that I think we need to clarify that as a board. So what is our intent? That any member can declare you, Ms. Brownlee Page, is a conflict, in my opinion, or any member shall declare for themselves?
I was under the impression, when we first talked about it, a person declaring for himself in lieu of the definition we were given the last special meeting we had. So I didn't take it that you could declare it for me.
I didn't think it was, but the way it
Yeah.
reads, one could say, I mean, it just says any member.
We agree. We agree. It should say for yourself.
So what do we do? Do we accept the first read with modification?
Yeah, so we would accept the first read of the policy as presented. What believe I've got instructions to do are to come up with a modification to the sentence to make it clear that the board's intent is for the member to declare conflicts of interest for themselves, not for other board members, and also to try to come up with a couple of examples that can be included of conflicts of interest that could be included in the policy for clarity. Is that what I'm,
Yeah.
Ms. Page?
We have a follow-up on that. And subsequently, if a conflict of interest is found, how would we address that in this particular?
Well, if it's after a vote and a conflict of interest is found or determined by a court or other adjudicating body, the action of the board would be void. So, or challengeable. The best example, I think I gave this example last time, but the prime example where I've seen it actually take place is where you had a open bidding process and a board member had either financial or personal interest, or a relative did, in one of the companies that was bidding on a project, and the board member did not declare a conflict of interest, did not recuse themselves, voted on the project along with the other board members, And then one of the other bidders on the project sued the school district in that case and the board member, claiming that that tainted the process, and the court ordered there to be a new bid let out and voided the bid that was awarded to the company where the conflicted board member had voted on it. So that's the easiest example I can come up with. That wasn't the school district, but that was one I was involved in that happened.
Okay, so to follow up with that, should there be language in there to say if I declare that I do not have a conflict of interest, and then a conflict of interest is found via court or whatever, what is the policy?
Well, I don't know that there is a policy. If that happens, then the action the board took is going to be declared either void or challenged. I mean.
Should it say that?
Well,
Or that's
the court
understood?
has to do that. There's no mechanism for this body
Enforcement?
to determine that there has, well, as I say that, I suppose in that context, the board could revisit this issue if they found out that somebody had a conflict of interest that they did not disclose. I suppose the board could vote at a subsequent meeting to rescind or to vacate a motion or resolution that had been taken place.
That's where you're leaving me, where there's a gap, because there's no vote on this.
Right.
The
Right,
member,
there wouldn't be. So if you
say it's void, there's no vote on it.
well, no, you're declaring the context of when you're declaring there to be a conflict of interest is when you are taking a motion on something. So the idea is, if I say I'm a board member and say I determine I've got a conflict of
Right.
interest on something the board is voting on, I would do one of two things. I could abstain, or more properly, I should say, I've got a conflict of interest, therefore I'm recusing myself and leave the room while the vote takes place. In that sense, I'm counted as absence on the vote, so my input has nothing to do with the vote. The vote's solid. There's no way it's going to be challenged down the line. Instead, if I have a conflict of interest and I do not disclose it and I don't declare a conflict of interest and I participate in the vote, then if nobody challenges that at any point in time, the vote just stands, even though I have a conflict of interest and even though I voted on it. But if I vote on it and somebody challenges it, either by court action or by some appeal through an administrative body, depending upon what it is. So administrative body, think like Department of Ed, where they've awarded a grant and the board's voted to approve the grant and the grant's paying a company that you own.
Right.
So that would be an issue there, right? Then what could happen is that agency or the court could determine in those proceedings that there was a conflict of interest, that I didn't disclose it, and that as a result, the board's adoption of the motion is void. They could void a grant, they could void a purchase or an award of a contract or a bid. So that's what happens. There is no provision in here for the board itself to say, hey, we learned after the fact that Dr. Nguyen, you had a conflict and you voted on this, and so the board wants to itself rescind the vote or the motion and try to self-correct. That could be added, but it's not in there right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
I would suggest that we add that language in, because what you're talking about is the legal action that would have to occur when the issue may be closer to home, rather than having to go to an outside agency to follow up with that or file a lawsuit in order to deal with a conflict of interest. So I think it would behoove us to bring that closer to home with our own process and include that language in this particular ECBG.
So I think I've got three tasks to carry at this point. Anything else or any other comments on this one?
can you repeat the task?
So the first one is to make sure it's clear that the member is declaring a conflict of interest for themselves and not for another board member. The second one is to provide an example to give some context or some clarity to what is meant by a conflict of interest. And the third is to provide some sort of self-correction mechanism where the board learns of a conflict after the fact, that they can go back and rescind or revote on a particular item based upon that undisclosed conflict.
Mr. Goheen?
Yep.
The last one, I'm just wondering, why would that need to be added to the policy, or is that just practice? I'm just asking. I want to
Well, I mean,
understand.
Right now, there's no policy requiring that, obviously. The board, if the board learned of a conflict and after a vote had taken place and the board was trying to figure out what to do, my recommendation would be that the board revisit the issue, acknowledge the conflict's existence, revisit the issue, and either vote to reapprove or, for example, if it's a bid or something like that, simply rebid it. It would depend on what happened, right?
Okay.
But there's currently no requirement that you do that. That would just be best practice, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. I realized there was no requirement now, and I just wanted to understand, like, when you mentioned it in your actions, are you mentioning it in your actions as something that needs to be inserted in the policy, or something that would be more practice?
Well, I mean, I think I was asked to
Yep.
come up with some language to include that in the policy, so that's what I was suggesting was one of my tasks.
Okay.
Whether the board wants it in policy or just wants to keep it as something that would be sort of best practice and not actually in the policy, that's ultimately up to the board as a whole to decide.
Okay. Thank you.
So I still think you should accept, at least for first read, this policy. I'll bring back those changes for the second read. I'll try and get them out to everybody in advance so you guys can look them over. And then if we got questions in the second read, we'll massage it from there. And normally on third read, it's a formal policy, but if there are more changes, we can obviously extend it out to where there are more reads than the three,
Okay.
if the board chooses.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
First read.
Okay.
First read.
So first read is as is.
First read is as is with the shall. The second read will have the modifications you guys have asked me to bring back.
3 options, 3 additions.
Correct. And then if the board has more or doesn't want to include all 3, you tell me at the second read, and we'll have the final version ready for the third read. And if there are changes even at the third read, obviously the board has the authority to do a fourth read.
Thank you.
Motion,
Okay.
maybe? Somebody like to make a motion to
Oh, okay.
approve for first read?
I'm sorry.
No, you're
You need
good.
a motion?
So moved.
It needs to be second.
Does.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the first read with the necessary adjustments. Any questions? Ms. Downey?
Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark,
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks,
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joyce Lynn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Dr. Nguyen, yes.
The next policy that we have in front of the board is JCBA, which is the homeless students policy. It says first read, but this isn't actually for a first read in the sense that there are any changes being made. We were made aware through one of our grant applications that we are supposed to review this policy on an annual basis. And as you can see, we have not reviewed this policy since 2017, at least according to our records. So the purpose of this policy being put in front of the board is simply so the board can review it, indicate on the public record that it's been reviewed, and that way it's proper, at least for purposes of the grant applications. This is a KASB drafted policy, so it's just been adopted in the form that KASB presented it to us back in 2017 with no changes since.
Can we get a motion to approve the first read?
Well, I think it would just be a motion to,
Just a motion to approve it.
yeah, to reapprove the policy.
Okay.
I don't-
Reapprove the policy.
So moved.
It's been moved and
Second.
properly second that we reread the policy. Ms. Downey?
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
And Dr. Nguyen.
Yes.
Okay, the next policy we have in front of you is proposed policy JCDC, which is Student Personal Electronic Communications. This policy is designed to comply with the new statute adopted by the legislature dealing with student personal electronic communication devices. The language, I believe, is language proposed by KSB, perhaps slightly modified, but I believe it's primarily KSB's policy. I will note for the board, I believe the teachers union has made some comments on the proposed language of the policy. I think that was sent to all the board members. We'll make sure that that comment is included in the record with the board clerk, so it's available for board members to read if you didn't get a copy of it. What I would suggest, again, is that we adopt it for first read. If there are changes that the board wants to make based upon those comments or other things that the board does as part of review or other information we get from other people that might want to comment on it, those could be taken up at second read. And again, the purpose of this is simply to comply with the new state statute.
I motion that we adopt for the first read policy JCDC.
Yes, second.
I second.
Okay. It's been moved and properly second that we adopt JCDC for the first read. Questions? If none, Ms. Downing?
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
And Dr. Nguyen.
Yes.
Okay, the last item we have under policies, this is just for informational purposes this month. Every 6 months, KSB proposes updated policies for the district to consider. This is the letter we just received from KSB in June, identifying the policies that they have updated and are making recommendations for. What happens from here is that I review the policies in comparison to your current policies, and your administration looks at those, and then those are brought back to the board individually for either approval or declining to adopt the new policy so that we have a clean record again with the board clerk as to what we have approved or not approved and what we are agreeing to use from KSB or what we are not. So this is just informational. It's so the board has it to look at. Next month, or next board meeting rather, and by next board meeting, I mean next regular board meeting, we'll bring back which ones we are recommending that the board actually accept for modification and which ones we do not think the board should adopt. So there's no action on this item.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Goheen. At this time, we'll move to communications. Dr. Stubblefield?
Okay. Good evening. First, I just want to take the time to recognize that during the month of June, Juneteenth is observed annually on June 19th as a federal holiday that commemorates the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States. The holiday marks a significant moment in our nation's history when in 1865, Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, and delivered the news of freedom to the last remaining enslaved people in the country. As we recognize the importance of this day and reflect on the values of freedom, equality, and opportunity for our school district, is proud to participate in the local Juneteenth parade on Saturday, June 13th. We look forward to joining the community members in celebrating this important occasion and honoring the rich history and contributions of African Americans. We encourage our families, students, staff, and community members to take part in this celebration as we come together to recognize and commemorate Juneteenth. Also, the month of June is Pride Month, and throughout the month, communities nationwide and here in the Kansas City Metro celebrate festivals, parades, and educational programs, and other events that highlight the history, resilience, and diversity of the LGBTQIA+ community. Pride Month provides an opportunity to learn about the contributions, experiences, and perspectives of LGBTQIA+ individuals while reflecting on the importance of respect, inclusion, and belonging within our communities. Proud to say we did kick off summer school last week, and we're off to a great start. And I just want to say thank you to all of our staff who pulled it off, and the staff who are working, and the staff who are supporting, as well as our families who were flexible given the short timeline and the quick turnaround, and our enrollment numbers look as strong as they have in the past. So thank you to everyone for your flexibility. Transportation is seeking to hire bus drivers, and they are actively recruiting, but we have immediate openings are available. No CDL is required to apply. KCKPS will train you and help you obtain your CDL as a part of the job. We offer a competitive hourly rate, school schedule and holidays, paid training, steady work for several, anyone that's looking for it. So please visit our website or reach out to someone here at the district and we can connect you. And if you know someone that may be interested in joining the transportation team, please send them our way. Just a reminder that we're continuing to offer summer meals to students, both at the summer school locations as well as Parkwood Pool, Eisenhower Community Center, and Beatrice Lee Community Center. And I do want to say, I know at the previous meeting when we shared this, there was an inquiry about offering it more on the south side of the Argentine community, and we have plans in process to ensure that that can be done next year. These sites are established beforehand, and given at this time you can't add sites, but we do have it a plan to make sure that we have sites in that part of the community. If individuals are in that area, Frank Rushton does have summer meals, and they can go there to get it, whether they are a part of summer school or not. And no application is required, and is for any youth between the ages of 1 to 18, if you want to share that information. 6 students from Washington High School were selected to attend the Kansas Boys State and Girls State this year. The programs are designed to help high school students develop leadership skills and learn how the government operates. The students join their peers from across Kansas in activities focused on leadership, teamwork, and civic responsibility. These annual programs are held during the last week of May, and they took place on the campus of Kansas State University and the University of Kansas. And thank you, and have a great week.
Very cool.
Thank you. Again, I visited the trauma workshop, and again, they did a fantastic job. I went to Parker at West Park to talk about the new library that's coming there, and we had a good time there. And I would just like to ask if anyone is involved with any organization, and we want it to be creditable, that can help our kids. A lot of them in the metropolitan area need something to do. And if we are a part of anything that can help them, we need to share it and let them know so that our kids can get involved in some other activities. And parents may need some help trying to figure out where to take them, where to go, or if you have any programs that they can get involved in, because we want them to do the right thing. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of saying a moment of silence for so-and-so. The word out so we can get our kids involved in positive programs, or if you know an employer who may be willing to hire them, they need jobs. So we got to do whatever we can to help. Thank you. Board?
I've been kind of out of it. I had family emergency, so I didn't get to participate that much this week. But I would like to get follow-up information about the trauma-informed, if there's any available information.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was able to go to the Leadership Equity-Driven Summit is what I was calling it, but I attended the sessions on building racial equity, the intentional leader, building conversation safely, and leadership is not a position but a skill. And I did print out my certificate. I should have had a gold star because I stayed from the beginning to the end. But anyway, next year I'll ask them to give me a gold star. But I did agree with Vice President Brownlee that the presenters were very knowledgeable and polished, and Dr. Stubblefield gave a very inspiring keynote, so that was exciting. And we just appreciate the Kaufman Foundation Conference Center. Tracy, who was here, did an excellent job, and so did Carrie. They were just so welcoming. Everything was so organized, so we appreciate also the Wyandotte Health Foundation who helped put that on. And then thank you for everybody who wore orange, just what Vice President Brownlee was talking about. We wore that at the end of the first week of June, just to put awareness to gun violence and to honor lives that are affected by gun violence. And our prayers are for the safety of our student, staff, and community this summer and beyond. And then also, we did attend the Parker Revitalization Library meeting, but they do have another one if you didn't get to go to that one. And it will be at the main library on June 30th at 6 o'clock. And they also have opportunity for you to give input online if you visit any of those library sites.
I will just add, I was also able to attend the library session at the main library. So I missed the Parker, what I was able to be at the main library. I did have to sneak out early, but it was great attendance and being able to see the community there and able to collaborate. I will also be at the Juneteenth event on Saturday. I don't know that I'll get a chance to walk in the parade because I am an active member of the community, so probably will be prepping for the night session that starts at 6, but to Dr. Stubblefield's point, please feel free to come out and be with the community on Saturday.
Okay, I likewise attended the 2 library community events. And then on Saturday, KSAB Board of Directors had a meeting in Salina, and I will provide you with the handouts that we got. 2 things were on the agenda that will impact our district and all districts. This blueprint for literacy. That it's kind of like an unfunded mandate, but the components of it are still in the planning stage, but it will impact us 27, 28 with reading specialists. Also, KSAB is trying to get, and part of it is I think my responsibility to inform us more of what resources they have for us. And so I gave one time, we have an updated engagement report of how much we utilize their services, but we need to probably get more money more worth for the money that we spend as membership, and it's there. So I'll provide more of information and how we can access those resources. So thank you.
Thank you. And one last thing, the academic committee, we're going to be meeting in the Welcome Center. Some of our parents said they didn't know what it was, so we thought maybe we should meet there and invite them so they can see the services that the Welcome Center provides. And they're doing good things. More people just need to know about it. And just want to thank them for that. At this time, you have anything else you want to say?
Oh, no.
Okay. We're going to move to our executive sessions. We want to thank everyone who's here. And our first discussion deals with property purchases. We need Mr. Goheen, Dr. Stubblefield, Dr. Jones, Miguel Martin, and Doug Clemens. You're invited to attend. And everyone else. So we're going to go in at, it's 6:34, and should we give them 5 minutes to get there? 6:39, and we'll go in at we'll start at 6:39, and we're there for 7 minutes. So we need okay. Thank you for the motion to end our meeting. It's been properly second. Do we have any questions, or are you ready to go home? No, I'm teasing. Thank you so much for being in attendance and participating.
Wanda Brown,
Yes.
Yolanda Clark,
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks,
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Thank you.
Staff, if you weren't invited, no, I'm just kidding. If you weren't invited to executive session, you're free to go.
to be second. It's been moved and properly second that we return to open session.
Can you tell me who was first and who was second, please?
Okay, Ms. Clark was first and Ms. Pam Penn Hicks was second.
Thank you. Okay. Are you ready for roll call?
Yes, ma'am.
Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark. Pamela Penn Hicks. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Okay. This is our second session. It's employer-employee negotiation. Motion to recess to executive session to discuss teacher negotiation pursuant to the exception for employer-employee negotiations under the Kansas Open Meeting Act for 5 minutes. It was changed, starting at 6:48 with Greg Goheen, Dr. Stubblefield, and Dr. Jones invited to attend.
Okay.
So that means it's 6:53.
Okay.
Okay.
And then,
I need a second.
You need a first.
I need a first, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, it's been motion and second, first by Pamela Penn Hicks and second by Joycelyn Egan's, Strickland Egan's.
okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark. Pamela Penn Hicks,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen. Thank you.
Thank you.
can, thank you.
Okay, I need a motion to return. So moved by Dr. Nguyen, and who was the second by? By Pamela Penn Hicks.
Okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark. Pamela Penn Hicks. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Okay, our third session is attorney-client privilege. Motion to recess to executive session for consultation with the attorney on the matters which we deem privileged in the attorney-client relationship under the Kansas Open Meeting Act for, they have down 15. Do you need 15?
It'll be 15, it's.
Okay. Okay, for 15 minutes, starting at 7:07 under 6:57. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Sorry. 6:57 with Greg Goheen, Dr. Stubblefield, and Dr. Jones invited to attend. Can I? Okay. It was moved by Dr. Nguyen, second by Joycelyn Strickland Egan. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, Wanda Brownlee Page,
Yes, Wanda Brownlee Page.
Yolanda Clark. Pamela Penn Hicks. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Okay, 7:13 is our magic number.
ma'am.
Okay, I need a motion to return to open session. It's been moved by Ms. Clark, second by Ms. Joycelyn Strickland Egan.
Okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark. Couldn't quite hear her.
She said yes.
Okay. Pamela Penn Hicks. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
Okay. We need a motion to add 10 minutes.
Okay.
Is that what? Yeah. Okay. It's been motioned. Who's second? Okay. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's made the motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Pamela Penn Hicks second the motion to add an additional 10 minutes to our session, which means we'll be in for 24 minutes. We'll stop at 7:24.
Okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark. Pamela Penn Hicks. Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen. Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I need a motion.
that we move to open session.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's moved to return to open session, and Dr. Nguyen seconded.
Okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brinley Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark, Pamela,
Yolanda-
Say yes.
okay, Pamela Penn Hicks, Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
All right. Number 4, this is our last executive session. Attorney-client privilege, motion to recess to executive session for consultation with the attorney on matters which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship under the Kansas Open Meeting Act for 7 minutes, starting at 7:33.
7:31. It's 7:30.
Oh, well, I just added
Oh,
to make sure.
okay.
So should I say 1?
Yeah.
Okay, 7:31, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I need a motion. Oh, okay, so moved by Dr. Nguyen
I second.
and second by Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Okay. Wanda Brownlee Page,
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark, Pamela Penn Hicks,
Okay.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's,
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
and Dr. Nguyen.
And it was for 7 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chadwick, yeah. Just wanted to do that. I know, Wanda.
This concludes, or do I need a motion? Okay, we need a motion to come back to open session, please.
So moved.
I second.
So moved and properly second.
Wanda Brownlee Page.
Wanda Brownlee Page, yes.
Yolanda Clark.
Yolanda Clark, yes.
Pamela Penn Hicks.
Pamela Penn Hicks, yes.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's.
Joycelyn Strickland Egan's, yes.
Dr. Nguyen.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ms. Downey. We appreciate everyone for coming this evening, and thank you so much. We're lifelong learners, don't forget. This adjourns our meeting.
Waiting on the big word. The one word.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now hit it.
Hey.
At ease.
Okay.